Okay, now you can see me. I think I'm able to be seen and heard. I think I'm able to be seen and heard. We had some serious Mercury retrograde difficulties about an hour and a half ago when I was supposed to go live, but I made it. Better late than never, as they do say. So, if I dare say so myself, I don't know. Do I have sound? Can you hear me, Luna? Do I have sound? Is the sound on? Let's start there. Am I like semi competent? You can hear me? Can you hear me? I'm trying so hard not to cry. Okay, so now it works. Okay, thank the Lord. Thank heaven above. Working fine now. Okay, better late than never. Thank you, Carolina. Hi, welcome. Okay, so I have questions to address. So we'll do your question. It's working. Amen. Oh my god, you can hold the eyeballs. I love that thing. I wanna do the chat replay. Those are so fun for me to watch. Okay. So we're finally live on YouTube, so that worked out. So come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube and we will be able to cast your charts and answer questions. So as I said earlier, there was 2 questions I really wanted to address. So if anybody's here now that wants to like jump in and ask them, I can answer them. But one was about roughhousing, and there's that video that's going like gotta have my eye emotes, amen. That's going kind of viral at the moment, where that girl's has this compilation video of her husband like body slamming her in the snow. And she's like, "We're just playing. My husband's love language is like pranking me." And like he looks like he's about to crush her collarbones. It's like terrifying. Um, it's working now. This is Lulu. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm so yeah, okay, so that's not cute. So the difference between actually having fun is that fun's not meant to endanger you, and both people are meant to have fun. And the only thing I can really say for that is you can tell they're very young, so maturity plays a lot into that. And I suppose you won't really it's a huge no-no, right? Right? So you won't really realize what's wrong with it until until you're old enough to like look back and go, wow, that was like crazy. That was what a time that was. That wasn't great. Okay. That was one. And then the other thing, I can't recall. Can anyone else recall what we were talking about? Oh my, it was like an hour ago. How crushingly underwhelming. Are you able to see anything in my chart about relationship? Yes, I can do that. Okay, so you're going to when you get a chance. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so for 1 hour only, I'm casting charts free. Okay, on YouTube because I have to do spiritual work. I have to do spiritual service to it's just what I have to do this month. So we're gonna do that. And you can go ahead and give me your birth details. So I'm going to need birthday, time of birth, and place of birth. And we can go ahead and tell you. Okay, so Carolina, I'm going to need all of that. Okay, apart from that, yeah, it's just very frightening, isn't it? The dating and then people who say crazy things, just crazy things. I just wonder if people hear themselves. I like your spiritual service. It'll bring you goodness. Here's amen. Hoping to it because really intense month. Okay. May is a very intense month. It's kind of like a turning point. The second half of the year will be a powerful turning point as well. So we're like in the middle. We're in the crossroads. Okay. So we just have to do a bit of like penance of sort or spread goodwill to humanity. So hopefully by in doing so, we will not feel the effects of such choppy choppy waters. Okay. So here we go. All right. Mhm. The 5th of the 6th. Okay, got you. The 5th of the 6th. 9 to 4. There you are. Okay, and your question, it was 9:05 a.m. And your question was just general about your relationship. Everybody loves love. I love love. I want to know about relationships. I do love readings. That's my main focus because yeah, perfect. That is what my talent is. That is where my talents lie. Now, just to double check, do you know your rising sign? You can tell me it, and then I'll just see if it's the class under Michelle. I couldn't even do it. I was so fraught. So what I did was I'm live on YouTube now. So if you want your chart read for free, come over to the YouTube live. Okay. Let's see what Carolina said. Do you know your rising sign, Carolina? Excuse me. I'm in a marriage, but I'm not emotionally and emotionally be happy again. Will you be happy again? Mm, that's a good question. I like that question. It's quite profound. I find most married people do ask things. Okay, you're coming. Okay, good stuff. Okay, here we go. Were the last 2.5 to 3 years rather dry? Okay, so yes, you will. Yes, you will. You will see an improvement in general overall happiness as soon as hopefully this month. You'll see some improvement. Um, you don't what? Sorry. Okay, so basically what was happening was these past few months. Okay, so Saturn was transiting your seventh house for about 2.5 years. And when he does that, he tends to make serious things around relationships feel more serious. So it can bring out more fights and more issues and things of that nature. Just Saturn things, basically. No, you don't have to get divorced. I didn't say you'd find a new person. I said you will just feel happier. And then I didn't say anything about a new person. I'm very curious where that comes from. You'll feel happier. But what's happening is Jupiter is going to go right over your moon this month. So that's a huge boost in happiness. So that starts May 16th. And then, like, if you want to separate, we can find a window of time for that. But another thing too is you're having your Saturn return. So when Saturn return happens, people tend to, have to, they force themselves to grow up and things like that. And one thing that I did take note of, it's your seventh lord. So if your seventh lord goes into the eighth house by transit, it can break a relationship. So if you want to leave someone, I mean, you have a good 2 year window to do that. Excuse me. So you have a good 2 year window to do so. If you're looking to execute that as a plan, in the coming summer, you could probably feel that more. Excuse me. Another thing I want to mention though is the last year and a half almost, okay, about 16 months. Yeah, 16, 17 months. No, 15, 16 months. The North Node has been going over your moon, and that tends to make a person feel unsettled. You've also had eclipses on that axis, and the eclipse over Jupiter, and Jupiter is the representative of our husbands. Excuse me. Prue, I'm gonna need to book a reading too. Okay, Prue, I'm doing live charts right now on YouTube for free if you'd like to come. So just 1 hour only. I'm doing my spiritual penance. Yeah, the full moon makes us all hairy. Teen Wolf, that's right. So that can happen. Another thing is if you married very early, like if you married, you know, early to mid 20s, you generally do have a chart for dissatisfaction and early marriage. So discontentment. Because you don't meet people who are really on your wavelength. Okay. Anyways, last spring on May the 16th, there was a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio at 25 degrees, and you have the North Node at 23 degrees in the fourth house. So, something that will unsettle you, okay? Because the fourth house is our happiness. It's where we store, it's where we pool things, like where we keep things, where we save things. So, it can make us feel a little bit like unearthed, like things get brought up to the surface and we feel a little bit, And anytime the nodes go over the moon, it's kind of like bad news bears. Um, yeah, it just exposes a lot of things. Anyway, the North Node over Mars as well can show shift in real estate. So if you want to leave, you do. How can I get a read? Taylor, go to my YouTube. I'm live on YouTube reading for free. Okay. Hello, Kukuvaya. It is a possibility. Yes, we were both 18. Wow. So that happens a lot. So Cancer and Leo risings, if they marry too young, they tend to have discontentment in marriage. It's not uncommon to see like in their if someone's in their mid 30s, like a Cancer ascendant, and I'm like, "Oh, like were you married young?" They're like, "Yeah, I divorced two times. Like I've divorced twice in my life." So that's pretty textbook. But one thing I will say is once the transit passes, then it can make the couple really, really strong. So it's totally up to you, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling unsettled and rather unhappy, a little bit discontented, and all those things seem to be quite normal. Also, your chart ruler was just there was a total solar eclipse in a secondary house of marriage for you. So eclipses cause great change. Therefore, the next 18 months, you'll probably have your answer. Okay. So, okay. Let's roll. Okay, here we go. Taylor. Is it just me or is Taylor Swift on absolutely everybody's FYP since she's doing her tour? Cannot escape her. Where are you born, Taylor? I need your place of birth as well. Okay, I didn't ask Luna. You should be next. I forgot Luna was there. Sorry. Yep, yep. Yeah, okay, she's everywhere. And then there's like women decorating like boots with sequins. Do you get a lot of that as well? Getting ready for the Eras tour? I think it's cute. It's like, I don't know, they have like a sense of community. You know how like Disney adults or whatever, like Katie said one time, she was like, honestly, they look happy. Like they look like the happiest people on earth. Like there's nothing bothers them. They have like their own community and they're totally chilling. And I think, yo, good for you. Go Swifties, go. And some of them have like those like supportive husbands. It's just like sweet. It's sort of touching. Okay. I've seen concerts. Yeah, like some people live stream the concerts as well. Pardon the slurping noise. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, love to. I used to live in London. Whereabouts are you? Thank you for the compliment. Okay, so back to the charts. So we're doing charts. So Taylor, what is your question? Hello, Chinny Chin Chin. Hey, oh, Michelle. Sorry, your name's Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Deborah. Of course, of course. I'm here for the full hour, so we've got lots of time. Of course, of course. Having a hard time. Ah, yes, ma'am. Okay, Aqua. Okay. So I'll do Luna, and then we've got Michelle, Deborah. So just pipe up. Okay, so just one question at a time. So one question. What day did you marry? Was it mid-May? Was it between let's say 11th to the 19th or something like that? You're welcome, Deborah. May 20th. Okay. That is because there was a total lunar eclipse in your 6th house. So when someone asked early North London, sorry, I was in West. I was in like Uxbridge and Chiswick, Brentford. Okay, anyway, sorry. So somebody asked about synastry earlier. They said, we have terrible synastry, like can we stay together, something like that. There's an exception, which is if you take really good compatibility and that person marries on an inauspicious day, then it can give really difficult energy, and vice versa. If you take very challenging compatibility, but marry them on a very auspicious day, then they can have a decent marriage. In your case, I don't know the synastry, but the 20th was 4 days after a total lunar eclipse. That eclipse was your second ruler, which is one of the houses you would look to for marriage because it's your family, your values, your wealth, and it tanked the moon in debilitation in the 6th house. The 6th house is obligation and responsibilities. It also rules debts and it rules obstacles, it rules challenges, delays, and it's a house of accusation. So, this is where we see divorce happen. I'm not saying you're going to get divorced, I didn't say that, but I'm just giving you an idea. So what oftentimes happens is when too much energy is traveling through that house, it tends to cause like a festering of resentment between people when they bind. Like even if you signed for a job or something like that, you'd be like, "Oh my god, they told me they would give me all these perks and they didn't deliver. I've been scammed. Like this whole thing is a catfish." So that it can feel like that sometimes, okay? Okay, so that would be the reason, and it was literally 3 degrees away from your sun. That was at 25 degrees of Scorpio. So the sun rules our vitality. The sun rules our career. It's a career indicating planet. So we can be a bit like sleepy and feel a little bit like low. And then there was a secondary eclipse with Venus there later in the year, 6 months later. But just having a hard time. Okay, another thing is right now, I mean, it's coming to an end very, very soon. In July, it will come to an end. But the South Node is going over your Venus shortly. Well, not shortly, but like sometime after. So around the time you're married, okay, the South Node was in Libra. Oh, I mean, sorry, I'm confusing tropical and Western, tropical and sidereal. South Node is entering Libra. Okay, the South Node is entering Libra this July. And when it goes over your Venus, which it will hit first, it can feel like a separation, like in yourself. Like it can just make a person feel a little bit out of this world. So generally, when you get this, even in a birth chart, the person is they idealize love. So for you, you have the opposite conjunction. So it makes you feel like this otherworldly love is important or something like out of this world. So when like reality or the mundane hits, excuse me, it can make you feel. And you can ask a question. I'm doing live readings on my YouTube, and yes, I'm in Canada. Okay, so that's what happens. Okay. Okay. Luna said, "Oh, I was watching your Gemini Rising 2023 video the other day, and you mentioned something about father's health early in the year, and I was so shook. It actually happened. It was so accurate. Damn. Yeah, it's looking rough for Gemini and Virgo rising for the health of the father. So I'm sorry to say. But hi Marie. Okay, so for Taylor, that would be the astrological explanation. But let's look at when it gets better. Okay, so let's look at when this is going to get better. So one thing too is you have an eclipse cycle that just began April 20th, and it's hitting your moon, Venus, Saturn, and the nodes. So this is a very karmic time, a time for learning, time for like big life changes as well. And so the next year and a half, I would just hold on for dear life. You do have some help. Coming in, I would say 2025 will be a pretty good year. That will help settle you a lot. If you can just get through eclipse season, if you can just get through eclipse season, it'll be much better. Okay. Uh, if husband travels for work, that might be a little bit of a breather. Or if you go on trips together, that would also be quite helpful. We're in the middle of a big move. Okay. If it's crossing state lines or moving to another country, then that would be beneficial. Okay, Lulu, do you have a question for me? Looney Tunes. My little lurker. Luna the lurker. And then we are going to do, I think it was Deborah. Ah, no, it was Michelle. Michelle. Okay, one moment. I don't have any questions. Okay. Okay. Michelle, you're next. Then I'll just add Michelle's birth data and then we can roll. Okay, Michelle, 13th of February, 1990. Oh, where am I? Oh, I've run out of storage. Well, we're just going to have to recycle this, aren't we? Here we go. Okay. Imagine I was like an Aquarius. Try again. Next. I'm just joking. Ah, okay, Michelle. Michelle, let me just plop you in here and then we will do it. That is a cool birth time, I have to say. I really like that number. Also, I had a friend who lived in Taipei. She moved for work and she said she never wanted to leave. It like broke her heart. She loved it so much. She when she got married, she dragged her husband to Taiwan like 3 times in 6 years. She always wants to go back. Okay. And you said, I want to know what will happen for me romantically. I'm currently processing a breakup. Take all his money. Imagine I was like Shira 7. I'm like, take his money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. So, okay. Currently processing a breakup, and you just wanted to know what will happen. What will happen for you romantically? Okay. What will happen for you romantically? I'm currently processing a breakup. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Stay the course. Stay the course. Keep your focus on love. Stay the course because okay, so your seventh ruler went into the eighth house and then was rocked by an eclipse. Okay. And that happened on April 20th. But even leading up to April 20th, your seventh lord was there for a full year, almost a year, bobbing and weaving. And that can give some stop and go energy. That can give some challenging energy. So naturally, you know, some things leave our life and that's okay. And they can come back. If they don't, that's okay too. That's cool too. So that's kind of like on point timing. The reason I'm telling you to stay the course is that Virgo risings have a very auspicious year for relationships, especially serious ones. And in your case, for your chart, you would only really do well with very serious suitors, so people who are just focused, they're commitment focused. They're not like, let's see where it goes. You're just like, no, beat it. So you do have some good prospects coming in. I'm particularly hopeful. I mean, this spring is nice, but this spring is okay. This spring is fine. It's quite auspicious, but I really like towards the end of the year. Okay, December. Either way, you could tie the knot within the next 2 or 3 years either way. So I wouldn't sweat it. I mean, hi Reem, thank you so much. Reem signed up to my Patreon yesterday. Thank you so much. Fun fact: patrons get discounts on all readings, regardless of the price. Okay, so go sign up. Um, okay, so that is for Michelle. Okay, Deborah Deborah, Deborah. Where are you, Deborah? Looking for your details. I don't see your details. Bella, I'm on I just got down with my session. Oh man. Okay. I have so much to ask you, Katie. I have so much I want to know. Ah, there you are. Hey. Oh, I like your birthday very much. I'm related to someone who has that birthday, so I'm very partial. I'm very partial. Let's see what I can tell you. I can already smell your personality a little bit coming through the screen. You generous queen. Can I guess you're a very good gift giver? I can tell. Here we go. And that's St. Louis. Okay, so if this session goes well and my month turns out really nicely, I'm thinking of doing like a spiritual service, maybe once a month for 1 hour on a weekend because then like people work and we can like congregate like Saturdays or Sunday mornings or something like that when I'm not teaching classes or whatever. And we can do this and like shoot the stuff, and yeah. Okay. Verlene, it's on my YouTube. Come to my YouTube. I'm casting charts on my YouTube for another 30 minutes. Okay, Deborah. Hey, there you are. So what is your question? Yes, ma'am. I am. You always on point. Thank you. I trust you. I trust you too, queen. Lobotomize me. I'm not sure what my chart is. I think Sag, Moon, Sag, Rising. Okay. What is your question? You have the chart of someone who's accident prone. Okay. So don't run with scissors. Don't try to hug a fire. Don't try to pet a bear. Nature is not your friend. You need precautions. You need like a reflective jacket and a flamethrower when you leave the house. You need to protect yourself. Okay. I joke, I kid. It's fine. You have a good success chart though. A very impatient person, though. Wait, I spoke too soon. You're too impatient. You gotta slow your roll. Slow your roll. Okay, what is your question? If you don't ask me in the next 30 seconds, I'll just tell you a blurb and move on to the next individual. And before I close it, I just open my own chart and talk about myself. I spent the whole morning in a beautiful park listening to everything on Patreon. It was a vibe for real. Thank you. I saw your likes. You're so sweet. Also, people are so shy on Patreon. Just tell me what you want to hear. I make content based on like what people tell me. A couple people are like, tell me what, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll do it. Oh, thank you, Nazarene. Okay. Energy has been off, but I'm always the reliable one. When is my time to lean on others? With that much Virgo energy, I don't know if you're going to get a break in this lifetime. I'm kidding. Okay. So I don't have it out yet. I don't have it out yet, but I'm writing my ascendance pack, and I promised Nazreen Sagittarius would be next. I am gonna do my best to post it tonight before the class tomorrow for all about the bag. Okay, and basically Sagittarius risings are quite interesting in that their friends can literally be their biggest enemies. What do the kids say? Your ops or something like that. So I wouldn't I wouldn't stretch myself to help a lot of people, to be honest with you. You're loyal, you're very generous. You're very generous, to other people with other people's money. Um, you have to make it on your own efforts, honestly. I wouldn't depend too much on like if a friend needs help moving, say I only have an hour, go for an hour. Don't break your back, don't go for 6 hours, don't drive them, don't pack everything. Just do what you can. Like if you can't, you can't. If you can, you will, but honestly, you have to rein that in a little bit because it can affect your vitality. Like it can actually you have some it can hurt your bones. Like you can like touch wood. You don't want to like actually injure yourself. But anyway, um friends can you basically have a chart of someone whose friends are indebted to them. So just kind of slow your roll a little bit. Okay, that was it. Okay. I'm ready to be in my own element without guilt of trying to make myself useful. It's just chilling. Yeah, it's hard being a useful person. Yeah. Because when you know better, you do all the stuff, you know what I mean? So that's rough. You also have the chart of a really hard worker. So someone who excels through their own effort, through their own merit. So I would go it alone, whatever it is. Just don't be because if people want to hang out with you, let them plan dinner. Let them figure out when you're gonna meet and where you're gonna meet. You don't have to start like making reservations and doing all the things. Okay. That's just a lifelong thing, to be honest, because you have incredible placements for endurance. So she has a Saturn Mars opposition, and they're both debilitated and staring at each other. So it makes a person very enduring, really hardworking, to the point of delirium. Like they don't even realize how hard they're going. They have to like slow down, but they don't even know what that means. So I would give a little less of yourself. But you have a very nice chart for material success. So I feel like if you stretch yourself, you actually will slow down your own progress. Yeah, I learned that from life. Period, queen. So don't overdo it. Okay. And that will you will learn that around your Saturn return, but that will get better when you're 28ish. Okay, Aqua. Yes. Hello. Charts are on. YouTube. So I'm going live on YouTube. I just came here because I was on here and then I had to get off. So I'm just like letting you know because a lot of people had to leave and then I had technical difficulties, but now we're back. Okay, Aqua. Hello. Thank you for asking so nice. Hi, Desha. Oh, oh my God. My really good friends are in Mauritius. I promised them that when they get married, I would fly down for their weddings. So you never know. I might be meeting you someday. The most hospitable people in the world, the nicest people. Like in my grad program, we knew each other for like 3 months, and this one guy went back home, and he brought us all souvenirs from Mauritius, but it wasn't like a keychain, like, we each got a bag, like, there was, like, dinner placemats, cups with little dodos on them, keychains, pens, everything, everything. They were like, "Don't even ask. Just come. Just get on a flight and come. You can stay at my house." And then they start fighting over whose house you're gonna stay over at and who's gonna host you. So I have very, very good friends in Mauritius. I can't wait to go to Mauritius. Seriously, the nicest people in the world. They're so unproblematic, so lovely, beautiful, and they're wicked smart. They each speak like 30,000 languages. I was like, "Damn, I've gotta get to you. I've gotta get on your level." Here we go. Midnight. Perfect. What is your question? Aqua, are you still here? Yeah, we're known for that. Yeah. And they always try to feed me. I remember for Eid and Ramadan, my friend, she's Hindu, she would bring us some, she'd make havla and bring it to us. I thought it was so nice. She's a nice girl. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm on YouTube if you want your chart. Okay, so Aqua, Desha. Desha, what is your question? Isn't that so nice? Isn't that so kind? It's so sweet. She's like, I was up late so late last night making it for you all. I was like, thank you. Okay, Desha. Desha is next. So what is your question? When will I meet a good, healthy partner? Okay, this is a flash analysis. And you're born in 94. Oh. What was that? In the next, I think, just at a quick glance, in the next 2 years is very promising. Somewhere near where you live, near a shore, near water, and not just because I know you're from Mauritius, but because that makes sense. Because Saturn has entered your fifth, and by his aspect, he's aspecting the seventh, and Jupiter is entering the seventh house in a matter of, less than 3 weeks. So in 17 days. So 2 weeks and a bit, and he will be there for a year. So you have Jupiter in the seventh, Saturn in the fifth, and aspecting the seventh. Correct, correct. Then ninth ruler and at Makaraka is experiencing eclipses. So I would conservative estimate 12 to 24 months, something like that. So 1 to 2 years. Also, I feel like you've had a really rough time since August to like early this year was just probably really, really gross. One thing I also want to add about you is, a really big problem with meeting someone could be convention. So maybe, people are, I don't know, let's say like, I don't know, whatever. Let's say people, your friend group or whatever is like really modernized, but you're really traditional. So it's like hard to click, or you're a little bit more modern and other progressive and other people are not. So there's like a little bit of a schism with belief. So you're maybe a little bit more forward minded or something like that. And that can be a bit of an issue. or it could feel like an issue, but generally you are pretty lucky. I would just say that when you're young, um, there is a mismatch. There's a mismatch with meeting guys, okay? They're not on your wavelength. One of the things I was gonna say, I don't wanna, like, insult people, but they're probably not very smart. So you don't meet men who are as intelligent as you, and they don't, like, understand. They don't understand you. You know, they don't know how to treat you with, like, a certain caliber or something like that. So that's a bit of an issue, but you do have placements, actually really good, nice placements for, um, making money in some unorthodox way, and in any case, you know, your partner could be foreign. So he could be different, like, in belief or race or birthplace or something to that effect. Yeah, okay, so dating outside the culture could be, "Girl, go to the beach." "Girl, go get to the beach." "I live in a tourist town." Perfect, okay. Yeah, okay, so I didn't even read your comment. Yeah, a foreigner. So when you have Jupiter with the North Node, there's a very high probability you'll marry someone foreign. You'll marry someone outside of your culture, you know, belief, race, ethnicity, religion, whatever, okay? It's called Guru Chandal, and it gives you a differentness, okay? So there you go. So it's coming up fast. I mean, you're pretty young. What do you How old are you? 29, I think. So yeah, it's coming. Oh god, where am I? Okay. Cuckoo. Cuckoo, are you here? Cuckoo Vaia. So many Aquariuses. Oh Lord. You cannot meet your higher self because your higher self is never separate from you. It's always with you. That's like saying, will I ever meet my hands or my eyes? They're already in your body. Does that make sense? Okay, you're here. Okay, cuckoo, let me do you. Let me do cuckoo. Oh, wait a minute. I missed. No, I didn't miss. Did I miss someone? Oh, sorry. It's Sabina. Sabina. Sorry. You're also here. Okay, here we go. Sabina, are you here? Or can we move to cuckoo? We're casting charts, Nazreen. Do you want me to cast your chart? I have yours on. I have yours saved to my memory. Are you a good cook? I think so. I'm very picky with food. I like my food very much. I'm one of the people who goes to a restaurant and I think I could have just made that at home. And then I get really annoyed. Okay, Cuckoo, you're next. Sabrina's not answering. Aqua's hanging out on the internet. Anywhere else? Things really good. Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much, Daisha. As you should. As you should. It's a fun place to be. Okay, Cuckoo, you're here. So uh, let's do relationship and maybe a little career. Okay, only one question because it is free. Okay. If you'd like, you can tip me. You can go on PayPal and tip me or tip me on my Etsy, but I'm only doing this for spiritual remedy. So I'm not going to get carried away because that is my nature because I'm insane and then I'll be here forever. And I'm determined to only do it for 1 hour because if I don't stop, I'll stay here forever. If you got a reading from me, you'll know I'm crazy. I'm just like, this is a 20-minute reading. And like 47 minutes later, I'm like, anyway, 96. I get a lot of people born in 1996. I don't know what that is. Why are you so obsessed with me? Ah! Also, I've been seeing a lot of content of people moving to Greece. They're like, I hate life in North America. I've just moved to Greece and I'm so happy. And I'm like, don't give me ideas. I will come there. Actually, one of my professors, and now he's like a really good like professional friend. He's in Greece. He's teaching. He just got back yesterday. And I'm always like, man, he's Greek. So I was like, maybe I should move, like start like a cheese company or something and just live in the mountains and be left alone. Okay. Okay. Fur. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 9. On a scale of give me money or leave, you should probably leave. Yeah, cast mine, please. Is there anything you can do to unlock Jupiter's money? You're talking about it. No, I'm talking about whatever you want. Okay, so Cuckoo, you said we're okay. Relationships. Same as actually you have the same rising sign as our previous friend. So it is 96, not 94, right? I didn't mess that up. That's right. Yeah. So you are in you're up for grabs. It seems that. Oh my God, loved my reading. Ah, thank you, Karina. Thank you so much. Thank you for the shout. Karina gave me a shout out on Instagram. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Okay. So yeah, same as our last friend there. That is looking probable in the next year to 2 years that you would meet someone worth the rip. And let's see here. You could actually help bring someone in. You could do something creative if you have a hobby. You need to have a hobby. You need to have something you like fashion or art. Was that your career question? You don't know what to do? I'm sad I don't know what my time of birth is, or we can just wing it. Um, so yeah, we can wing it. Andrea, if you want, we can wing it. All right, I have about 14 minutes left here. Okay, Cuckoo, are you here? Are you here? Are you gone? It's so hard. I have an office job. That's not really for you. Watch me get people. People start quitting their jobs. Guru Grit said, no, no, no. You need to have some sort of creative outlet. You would do well in something like to do with government, real estate, like what's to do with land, like tourism, hospitality, hospitality industry. Is that what it's called? Like hotels. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And land. If not, then something to do with like engineering and architecture. So something really, really technical that could apply very nicely to you. You have a very good like technical mind. You have a very good mind, very sharp, very intelligent. You can see intelligence in a chart, very smart. That's actually a problem for you as well for meeting men. I think it's a problem for a lot of people. But anyway, one of the remedies could be, to do something enjoyable and colorful, wearing a lot more color, adorning yourself like in a way that you like through colors and things of that nature. So, okay. I had you in my dreams last week. Oh my damn. Okay, girls, you have to go on my YouTube live to post your stuff. I'm just streaming here because um I forgot how to do the thing. It like didn't work out. Literally me every time I get a reading from you. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to say quit. Bye because I'm ready. Ready, ready. Okay. So that's that. Does that satisfy? Is that good? Okay, Valentina's in the house from Venezuela. Excuse me. I'm gonna go back up. Carolina, ¿dónde está tu madre? Necesito your madre's birth information, and then it's Marie. Carolina, Carolina, Carolina. I need a city. Should we do Medellin? Okay. All right, let me see where you are here. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Perfect. And that is in. Are you here? Oh, hi, Karina. Good to see you. Okay, so Carolina. Carolina going once, going twice. I'm creative crochets. Hi, create. Hi, Olivia. Okay, so if Megan, hey Megan, hey baby, come to the YouTube and give me your information. Hi, Catnip. That's a cute name. No, you guys are okay. Okay, so Carolina, are you here? If you don't answer, I have to move on to Marie. Catalina. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next. Okay. Marie, are you still with us? Marie? One can never have enough tea. Okay, Marie. All right, let's party. Me and Marie. We're going to get the bag tomorrow. You'll see. Because we're having all about the bag tomorrow with Guru Grit. So if you'd like to know how to make your money astrologically, come to Guru Grit. We're going to do a class. You can get it on my Etsy. And we're going to make that money. All I really want to see is money. All right. Marie, you wrote, if I can just find you. Instead of leaning into the screen in such a freakish manner, I think it would help if I put my glasses on. Hi, Monica. Hello. I have a question about my North Node and how to use it to help me navigate my purpose. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a question how to navigate the internet because it's really hard for me. Okay. Navigate your purpose. Okay, so it is believed wherever the North Node lands is where that person is going to experience, something. So many Scorpio risings in the house today. What up? That is you. Yeah, it is. Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to experience their soul's calling, what they're really pulled towards. So Marie's is her readings are amazing, y'all. 100% recommend. Thank you, Karina. Thank you so much. This is my first ever stream, Megan. Welcome. So, Marie, for you, Marshall says, I'm from a small little town called Napanee, Ontario. If you think I don't know where Avril Lavigne is from, you need to think again, Marshall. How dare you? She said about purpose. Okay, so if it's in the fifth house, let's just go over fifth house indicator. So if you haven't taken class with me for class with me for houses, the fifth house is a very beautiful house. It's very auspicious, and it's in Pisces, so it's very mystical. It can be very beautiful. It can even be because it's so imaginative. It can be something to do with like innovation, pushing things forward. So just not necessarily people think Pisces, they think like sit around and like sing kumbaya and strum on my guitar and just like do really dreamy stuff and light incense. And that's all well and good if you have a, part your beaded curtains and like step into your future. But it can also be like your imagination, right? Like you invent things. So you can invent new musical genres, you can invent different ways of doing things, okay? Like healing modalities, even like working with equipment is really well suited to that, okay? So being creative through technological means, unlike your friend who struggles to struggles to work her YouTube account, but we live and learn. Anyway, the fifth house is a very nice house. It's very pranic. It's actually it's a very spiritual house. It's the house that has gives a lot of creativity, so your life force energy. It's the house that rules mantras. It does have connotations to intelligence. It's the house that gives us creative intelligence and the ability to make good decisions. It's the house of decision making ability. Like, are you good at this? Are you not good at making decisions? So when the North Node is there, that can be a little bit polluted in that it just takes a bit of time to mature or realize things around that. So fifth house things, there's children, speculative wealth, romance, dating, like sometimes like lustiness and things like that. But we mature out of those things, especially with the North Node. I'll be around the age 42. We kind of come to our senses and things kind of die down a bit. Okay. But I would say definitely to pursue it's all, did I say it was the house of mantras? I would do mantras. I would do mantras for clarity and for understanding. I would find some spiritual practice to help ground you and guide you. And I would definitely do something rather creative. And then just looking at your chart as a whole, you need to have a you need to have a physical discipline. Like you're very creative. I remember your reading now. You're incredibly creative. I remember now. And you passed it on to your child, I believe I said that. So I would look for ways to like bring people in, like network or build like a community of sorts or something like that. That would be quite helpful, but you need a physical discipline because you're like an open portal or like an open vessel. So you have to exert your physicality to actually have like energetic boundaries that will really help you and take you quite far. Okay. Okay. Verlene, are you here? Verlena's here. Okay, Verlena's here. So Verlene, are you born in January? Yes, I'm here. Okay. Are you born in January? Yes, I'm born in January. Okay, so that is the 7th. Excuse me. Okay, 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 okay. Here we go. Correct. And you have asked if you get to do my chart. My question would be if you could give me one single advice. Oh, that's a good question. I love that. You know what's so interesting? Everyone's like, no one cares. Shut up. Give us the answer. Okay. When I started my Etsy, and I did it only one other time, I had this reading called Free Reign for the Free Spirited, and it was really cheap. It was like under $30 or like $35 the second time. And it sold out in like a week. People love that. They love it when I just tell you, like, come to me and I'll tell you what I want to tell you. Don't ask me questions, but you have to be like brave to want to know what somebody has to say. But that's everyone's favorite. I think it does even better than the love readings. Everybody wants to know that. So, okay. So, one piece of advice. Appreciate it. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. I can't wait to get the bag tomorrow. Same. And for those who haven't already done it yet, sign up. Your future will thank you. Monica is so dope. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. Yeah, sign up to All About the Bag. It's on my Etsy. Come tomorrow morning. It's and sign up to the Patreon. There's lots of information on there. It's exclusive. It's a great question. The same one I would ask if it was still possible. I wanna the rash true. I wanted the rash true too, like, period, queen. I'm not quite sure what to ask. What would be your best advice based on what you see in my chart? Anything in general? Yeah, I'll do that. I love the random info ones because I never know what specifics to ask. Yeah, those are the fun. Girl, that's me. I'll pay for that. Right on. Well, if you're so inclined, if people can tip me if they want via Etsy or PayPal, but I'll bring those back because those are fun. Those are a lot of fun. Okay, one thing I'm going to tell you. Only one. Your mental health is in peril. And imagine. Okay, I can't tell you only one. You're too interesting. One thing to tell you. One thing to tell you. Oh my. Oh damn. Okay. Yes, bring them back, please. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Fact. Okay, so you've got, first of all, the first thing I saw, I don't think it's the most important thing, but it is cool, is you have a combination. So if you have Jupiter Mars together and they're healthy, and they are, it's really nice for making money. And it's people fear the sixth house because they say it's the house of debt, death, debt, but it's an Artha house. So it's a wealth increasing house. Therefore, it is a house of semi wealth. And actually, it's pretty nice. It's well disposed. Okay, so I want to mention that you have a okay. One thing I want to tell you is your mental health. Okay, so Moon North Node people or Moon South Node people have a difficult time regulating emotion. Moon North Node is maybe over expressive or volatile, temperamental, even if they don't hurt others, even if they're not mean or nasty, nothing like that. Okay. They just feel so intensely. It's the best way I can describe it is if a human being was an exposed nerve ending where you're just walking through life and like everything, every little thing, just like, just you feel it to your core. Okay. So sleeping could be quite difficult, relationship to mother, when you have Moon North Node people, their mothers can be very overbearing, very overbearing. Uh, if they're not disciplining you, if they're not really authoritative, which I think in your case they could be quite authoritative, is you just don't, you're not on the same wavelength or something like that. It could just hurt a lot. Another thing, especially for women, because the moon is so, the struggle is real. Oh, big stacks. So what you do is the North Node gives us the fear of the unknown. And the moon, the name for the moon is Manas, which means mind. So oftentimes people are like North Node, moon people, or other variations like North Node of the fourth house, North Node fourth from the moon. So fourth from the ascendant, fourth from the moon, or with the moon gives a person a fear of what they don't know. So they would rather the devil they did than the devil they didn't know, right? So I would say to just first of all, you have to meditate. There's just no other way around it. You have to cure restless mind syndrome. If you have this book, it's a very old copy, you can get fancier looking ones now called The Artist's Way. Okay, they've got the morning pages exercise where you every morning you wake up, just take like 2, 3 pieces of paper and just write whatever comes to mind. Put it out of your head. Even I think Jordan Peterson said, my mother wasn't authoritative. She was very absentee. Oh, damn. Um, he said, like, never go to bed angry. Like, just write down what's bothering you so you don't like sleep with that in your soul. And that works really well. And Abraham Hicks says the same thing. They say, wherever you leave your vibration before you go to sleep is where it picks up when you wake up. So never go to bed angry, never go to bed distraught. Like, just let it out. Like, cry in the bath or something like that. Okay. Do something. Just like do something. But generally, it gives people who don't feel at home in themselves. So wherever they go, their problem is you take yourself with you. So if you were like, I'm gonna get my car and like just drive to New York City and like be a star, and then you become a star and you're like, I hate this. I hate this. I'm not happy. I achieved all this stuff. I'm not happy. So you have to find a way to feel okay in your body, to feel like and really for women too, for like fertility, endocrine balancing, all of that, you have to lay off the nicotine, lay off the caffeine and too much sugar. So stimulants generally really send these people into overdrive. The book is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It's like a it's like a very popular book. I have a book club, so we might do that next. Um, yeah, that's how I feel, catnip. I'm just like, yeah, I don't have time for this. Just cast a chart. We'll find out what's wrong with everyone. Thank you so much, Dawn. Yeah, it's very helpful. I'll tell you what I do. So I have where's my journal? Where journal? I keep a seasonal journal. Oh my god, it was right here. I'm going nuts. That's impossible. It's always here. Oh, it's under my laptop. Never mind. Yeah, I keep a seasonal journal. So this is my second one for spring. I went through the winter one already and just, write in it if something nice happens, if you dream something weird, whatever, whatever, right? Just keep, and then you realize like thought patterns. So it's very, very nice. And my book club is on Etsy. I think it's just a one-time $20 fee Canadian, and then we hang out on Zoom and then like talk about the book. But it's usually esoteric or like self-help books and things like that. But basically, it's whatever anybody wants to read. You guys vote. It's just me and Gigi for now. We're having a whale of a time. Valentina, are you here? From Venezuela, Valentina? I actually post excerpts from books on Patreon. So if you're too lazy to read them yourself, I read them and then I give you the important stuff. Um, Valentina, I think you're still with us. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Sorry. Marina. You know, I'll make a list because I have. Oh, my time's up. It's been an hour. Okay. What even is this? I can write on that. Okay. We have Marina. Reem, did you want to go? I don't know if I asked you. Valentina. We did Cuckoo. Valentina's here. Marina. I asked. Valentina is here. Yeah, I asked. Marina going once, going twice. Reem, would you like to go? Olivia? Olivia, are you here? Marina is here. Okay, Marina. Olivia. Nah, I feel like I want others to have their chance today. Oh, I think it's so nice. Yeah, you're on Patreon now. I can read for you anytime. Who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody? Luna, Nazreen. Nazreen. I'm seeing you tomorrow for All About the Bag. I'm reading your chart in that class. But if you want to ask something, you're free to do. You're free to do so. Oh, thank you, Verlene. Catnip. You did put yours in, didn't you, Catnip? And the crocheting lady, Olivia. Okay, and Nazreen. Okay, that will be it. That's 5 of us. Am I missing anyone? Nazreen, my queen. Sag rising, Nazreen. La 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 la. I think that's everybody. If I'm not Bailey Wilson. Is there a Bailey Wilson? Wherefore art thou, Bailey? Bailey! It's like, no, you go and leave me alone. Okay. So Marina, can I have your birth details, please? And we can crack on. So that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're done. And then we'll go to talking about. Someone said, you've listed so many red flags. What about green flags? Not all men. It's like, I know not all men. Good Lord. I'm talking about the ones you don't want in your business. Andrea. Okay, I've got you, Andrea. Bailey. All right, that's it. So 7 and no more. So any newcomers just have to wait until next weekend. Okay. Marina, can I have your birth details, please? Marina, thank you. Happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. She's like, thanks. Never sing again. No, I will. I will absolutely do that. Okay. Oh, my Balkan queen. Here we go. That is 97. Okay, what's your question? Oh shoot! Hey, laid back spoot. Sorry, I forgot this was still going. Hi, Sylvia. It's about a relationship. Okay. I'm just live on YouTube, so excuse me. I'm gonna log off here. Come join me on YouTube. Okay, I just disconnected that. I forgot that was running. Happens to the best of us. Marina said nothing. What's your question? Marina said, "Thank you. I would love to shed a little light on my love life." You did say that. Okay. Can you just excuse Do me a favor. I have to take a halls because I'm getting over being sick. I was very, very sick, unfortunately, for about 3 weeks. So, hi, Bailey. Okay, I put your name down. Yay, Katie, it's working. I cried, but I got it to work. So please excuse like like the gross noise that eating food makes, but you'll just have to. Hey, laid back spoon, laid back spoon, laid back spoon. Thank you for the hype. Please forgive me. I can't talk much longer and do this. Marina said love life. Okay, let's kick it. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna put this out there. It is most definitely favorable for you to marry later. Okay, early marriage will not make you happy. I think you intimidate. I think you intimidate a lot of men. I think that's another thing. You're a very strong person. So you actually, you know what could work really well? And I don't want to, don't cancel me, but you know those like femininity coaches or something like that that like just teach you to like relax and meditate and have like a soft life. I would aim for that kind of life because you have the chart of a very intense individual, and just physically you can just be somebody who has presence. Some people, they just radiate a lot of like energy. They don't mean to, they're not like mean, they just have a strong like auric field, like it's the size of a planet. When they walk in a room, people like take notice take notice of that. So I think just finding ways around that, like to relax, to just be more patient, whatever, whatever, can be quite helpful. Another thing that you'll find in some charts is my chart is an example of this. Romantic love is not my highest ambition. Like it's nice and I'm happy or whatever, but some people have charts, they live more for something like greater than themselves. Does that make sense? So you have to find someone who supports your vision of your life or like your journey or your job or a cause or whatever, right? Does that make sense? Psychic download. Was I doing this? Okay. So yeah, but I would also take those like, I don't know. So like the artist's way, whatever I was just talking about. People who have Saturn, Venus also have to learn to value themselves. And when they value themselves, they attract really good partners. And one thing about your chart too is not everyone deserves you. That's another thing that you'll see sometimes. Mm, I can't believe I almost missed it. You know what the problem is? Want me to tell you? I can be very intimidating. Yes. And Marina has the same placement as Mackenzie Scott, aka the former Mrs. Bezos, Jeff Bezos. So Marina has placement for wealthy spouse. And this is an issue because I remember when I was learning from like a really amazing astrologer, and I said, I have a question. He said, I know the answer, but ask your question. And I said, okay, well, if you know the answer, he just went, no. I said, what's my question? Because we were looking at a woman's chart. And he said, I didn't even ask the question. He's like a really old Indian man. And he just went, he has to be rich when she meets him. I said, how did you know I was going to ask that? And he said, women know. He goes, women will, you will see in the woman's chart that she's going to marry someone wealthy, someone powerful. And then her first question will be, oh, but I really love my boyfriend and he's still in school. And it's just, that's not the love of your life. Like, I don't know how else to put it to you. And I made a video about that a couple times on TikTok and people got so angry. They like shot the messenger. You just married the wrong person. It's not my fault. Okay. So they don't get rich after marriage. They can get richer, but he has to make more money than you by the time that you meet. Okay? So if you're a CEO and he's hoping to become a pro skateboarder and couch surfing, he's not the one. He has to be out earning you on the day that you actually meet. So that can be a stumbling block sometimes because what fate has chosen for you is somebody of a very particular financial caliber. And you look around and you go, where are these people? Where am I going to meet such a person? But you have to stay the course, okay? Get that bag, period. Get the bag. Find you a rich man. Valentina. What was that TikTok sound about like Valentina or something like that? Wait, did I do Valentina? I don't know. Valentina? I need birth details for Valentina. Who was sending that? Who was sending nudes? Okay, Valentina, can I have your birth details? Did you just say no? Okay. Olivia, yeah, send your birth details. Now, because I'm running out of time, just do first come, first serve. Just send. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Catnip. Okay, I need the time, I need the place, Valentina. Ciudad Bolivar. Okay. Okay. Oh, damn. Nice. Another Scorpio rising. Okay, okay. Go off. Okay, Valentina, you said you just want me to tell you whatever I saw. Is that right? I'm a Scorpio rising too. Yeah, you are. Nazreen, girl, I have you in my database. You don't need to send your chart. Why isn't that my chart? Soft life sounds great. But it's interesting. She has a chart for marrying someone for soft life, but she's not that kind of person. That's probably why it's going to happen because she doesn't care. Like I had this one coworker who was so salty. She's like, every time we go out, even if we're at a dive bar, the one rich man comes up to you. What? Why? What do you do? And I said, it's because I never think about it. It doesn't occur to me. I'm here to like have fun with my friends. I'm having a nice time. It doesn't impress me. I'm looking at your character. So they just like they smell it on you. You have like no chip on your shoulder about wealth. You have no resistance to money. Just anything. Okay, so the most interesting thing is Valentina's Mercury is exactly conjunct her midheaven, which is really cool. She has a stellium in the 10th house, which is amazing. Success. She has a Raj Yoga for wealth. She has a Parivartan Yoga between the 10th and the 11th house. It's phenomenal. My advice to you is to learn as much as you can about anything you want to know. You will travel for sure. You have some things where the person suffers sadness or feels some kind of melancholy or feels lost in life, but the overall thing is the ultimate like victory is you'll be fine. It's very impressive. You'd make a very good teacher. You'd make a really good teacher. Writing and acting also, which you don't get to say a lot because most people are like will I be on Netflix? And you're just like, "No." Oh. Do you see what I mean? It's like, I don't care. Like, I'm happy with, like, the bum, like, skateboarder or the guy's like, "I'm a bassist in a band," and I'm just like, "And whatever." If you're cool, like, we can roll, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, hang out, it's fine. But it's always because you don't care, you attract these, like, really powerful people. I think they can tell you're not guarded or you're not defensive or something. They can tell, like, it's you could just be walking down the street with 5 people, but they'll smell that, like, non-resistance on you. You're, like, very welcoming, and they yeah, Karina, same. Okay, I am getting divorced. What does that mean? That's what it means. It means what it means. You're getting divorced. Yeah, 1991. Mm. There you go. That would be my advice to you, just to learn as much as you can. Try teaching or writing or acting about your experience, things like that. Go and see the world. You would do well to do something really creative, even musical. That would be really nice. And then the divorce. That's interesting because there was a total solar eclipse in your sixth house 9 days ago. And hmm, are you 100% sure you will go through with the divorce? If you are, then you are very, very likely to remarry and not that far off in the future, actually. So, hallelujah. Multiple, I want to get married as much as I can. I want like 10 husbands. I want to be like Zsa Zsa Gabor, but we have to get started. We've got to get the first one out of the way. Man, he's taking a long time. This is really annoying. Okay, catnip. Where's my catnip? He broke my heart. Now we have beef. All right, what if that was like? Give me the details. And I just like gotta call what I miss. Oh my gosh. Now I have beef with him. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, catnip. Um, Olivia, you're just after catnip. Just give me a second. So you tell him he's not welcome at Guru Grit ever. Catnip, are you born in January or June? Fortaleza. And that is June. So the first of the sixth. Perfect. The first of the sixth. Do you have the time of your birth? Get the van, get the duct tape, get the okay, this is allegedly, we're just joking. We're not really gonna cause bodily harm to someone we don't know. It's a joke. I forgot I'm not on TikTok. I don't have to be defensive. Woo! Okay, June. June 1st at midnight and 5 minutes. June 1st at midnight, 5 minutes. Correct. Perfect. Mhm. Okay, and your question was I can throw hands. I'll grow out my claws and can grow out my scratchers and just go for it. Get the eyes. I feel like that TikTok's not right here, partner. Not around here. You break someone's heart, you break everyone's heart, you monster. Didn't he watch my red flag series? Who does this man think he is? Doesn't he know we're on TikTok? I'm good with headlocks. Blah, bop, 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 like that TikTok trending sound. I can't feel like I'm prego. Bop, bop, bop. Just I'm with you. I was all hands. There you go. I'm ready. I will choke them out. Let's go. Like I have nothing to lose at this point. What am I going to be scared of? What are you going to take from me? I don't have anything. It's the scariest thing in the world when a woman has nothing to lose. All right, where am I? I don't see a question, catnip. You don't give me a question. Please do. Yeah, girl. Yeah, I do what I have to do, man. This has to stop. That made me sad because I thought you were gonna say like, "Oh, it ran its course," but you said he broke my heart and I feel empty. I was like, "That was so sincere." So he was up to some you know what I mean? Prue, we're done with for the list. We'll be back next weekend. Actually, you asked on TikTok, didn't you? Sorry, Prue. Okay, Prue, and then after Prue, nobody. Okay, me after catnip. Sporty, you're dead last then. Hold on a minute. Just wait with me. Laid back spoo. I'm competitive like that. Okay, you're second last. Prue is last. Okay, I'll put as I'm reading you climbing through my window. Bop, bop, bop. I'm like, I'm working as fast as I can. Okay, I don't have a catnip. I didn't get a question. So anything you can tell me, free to hit me. I won't hit you, but I'll hit best for last. You are competitive. We're gonna do that to Valentina's ex. That's a joke. We're joking. But if a man said it, he became. It's a joke. It's a joke. Oh my god, these people are exhausting. Like, internet human beings are exhausting. They're like some half breed of mammal, half breed of cyber delusion. Okay, I have to get back into my good mood. In the meantime, look at my cool change purse. It's like cowhide. Isn't it so cute? It's like furry, like animal print. It's like kind of tacky. It's giving me like 60s energy. Thank you. I feel like the QVC shopping channel. All right. Okay, so Catnip is having her Jupiter return, which is nice. I mean, generally, you should watch my first ever video on YouTube called Saturn Moon Conjunction. That will really benefit you. That's pretty tough to have. Um, are you married? Because depends if you're looking or not. That's my first question. I like the vibe here. Thank you. I like you too. Andrea, you're on the list. Yeah. Love you, Prue. I've been watching and crying. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, I'm sorry I made you cry, but I'm glad you watched it. So anyway, catnip has a chart that's shows a person with disinterest or disdain for authority. So it would start with something like the father, your teachers, your parents, and then eventually the suspicion moves into the government. Single and since 10 years with 3 cats. Okay, so the reason I ask is again, it can cause separation in partnership. And there's a transit coming up this very year that can trigger a new partnership. Okay, so that's why I asked. So that's quite important. Also, your life gets better with time. So being young really sucks sometimes for some people. You can see that when Saturn is over the moon, they get younger. They have like Benjamin Button syndrome where they feel younger as they get older, and their life just gets a little bit easier, a little bit sweeter. You definitely see a hard worker. Working with the hands is very good. Are you the crochet? No, you're not the crochet person. That's the other person. Get a creative hobby with your hands. That will help a lot. And you can definitely marry a second time. Generally speaking, mutable signs, they can marry multiple times. That's just a general rule. But her seventh lord is obviously Mercury, and he's with Jupiter. Jupiter gives you a lot of things. So somebody else had that earlier today that you could see that they'll be married more than once. So I'm pretty hopeful that you will have more than one More than one marriage. A paranoid is someone who knows a little of what's going on. A psychotic is a guy who's just found out what's going on. Damn. Scorpio man dating Taurus woman. That's nice. Opposite signs are nice. That's nice. Okay. Next in line, Olivia. Is that my crochet lady? um, Emerald. Monica, could you explain what this live is? I randomly came over from TikTok. Do you do weekly readings for people who brought I don't even know what I don't even know what I do on the internet most of the time. I'm ashamed to say, but it's just I have to do a spiritual remedy for spiritual knowledge this month. So I went live. It was supposed to be an hour. It's over an hour and a half. To can I like my own live? Uh, no fun. Anyway, to do free readings. Okay. True. Monica's amazing. Thank you. There you go. That would be a miracle. Amen. Thank you so much, Monica. I'll look you out. Thank you, Catnip. Okay, so Olivia, are you here? Olivia is here. She said yes. Okay. Is the 8th of the ninth, or is it the ninth of the 8th? Because I know people in the States will put the month first and some people put the date first. So it's August the ninth. Okay, are you Olivia, are you born in August or are you born in September? August the ninth. Thank you. August 9th, 1990. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, what's your question? Mm, I've never dated a Scorpio. I wonder if I'm missing out on anything. Everyone's like, yes, your sanity. Don't do it. You've got it. If you've got it, keep it. What's your question? And then it's Nazreen, Andrea, Bailey, Sporty, and Prue. Olivia, do you have a question? Anything you feel inclined. I like that. I like that word. If you should so feel inclined, I'll incline myself to tell you that you would make a great writer. You have the ultimate combination for a writer. She has Moon Mercury conjunction, and this is crazy because they are exactly conjunct to the same degree. They are also in the fourth house where the moon is strongest and in its own sign. So the moon is really whooping backsides in this chart. Um, I would consider a manual or mental outlet like writing, speaking, acting. I would change my image often. I think you would thrive in that, like, I don't know, hair or fashion or something. Just like be changeable, okay? It makes the person incredibly persuasive, like a salesperson. So I would definitely aim to put myself in scenarios where you could utilize that, like HR, networking, recruiting, headhunting. What are they called? Matchmakers. People who, yeah, like link people together. Anything. Salespeople is a big one. Where you're pitching things, you're selling things. Acting is the same thing. You're selling an idea. You're selling a version of something. Excuse me. That's the first thing. That's the very most evident thing. And then, secondly, is to work on one's confidence. You have something where a person needs to be heard. If they're not heard, they can become aggressive. And if they don't feel heard, they can completely shut down. But usually they can become loud. If they're not loud themselves, they're intimidated by other people's loudness. So you have to amplify your confidence because you'll find that people like this, they, I don't know, like almost overlooked as children. I don't know why, maybe like a sibling thing or something weird. You have incredible endurance. You just have to learn to Pace yourself. Sometimes you go so hard, you forget to slow down. If not, then you can suffer from extreme apathy, where like people just don't move at all. Okay. So you have a crazy exact opposition between Saturn and Mars. That's a bit wild. So it can be like a very like one step forward, two steps back. You know, you get an idea for a plan and then 10 things pop up to get in the way. So you just like burn yourself out. So you have to take care of your body and adrenals. And lastly, I want to say that the eclipse cycles are hitting your ascendant and descendant. So I love fashion and psychology going into sales. Perfect. My mother was narcissistic. Goddamn. So yeah, when Moon is with Mercury, if the person, so I did a video on that. I used Leonardo DiCaprio and Madonna as examples. And oh, another actress I really like, Rosamund Pike has it. They're just like really good actors. Like Madonna, they credited her ability to like stay in the industry for such a long time is because she changes her image all the time. So they're very chameleon-like people. So you can get that if the mother could change, be very changeable, you know, appear different to you versus the world. And at the very worst, it actually can make you a really good scam artist. So if you ever wanted to start a pyramid scheme, you know, you could probably be very successful. So people like this, they do well at like used car salespeople or refurbished technology or something like that, where you're like, no, it's brand new, I swear, you know, because people will believe you, they'll believe you. But any sales is good. Anyway, lastly, I want to say the next year and a half, you can see a huge change in the direction of your life. Okay, so complete overhaul. So that's very exciting, very, very nice. So fly high and go fast. Woo woo. Nazreen, my queen, are you here? Nazreen? I mean, I'm seeing you tomorrow in All About the Bag. But yes, you can sign up to All About the Bag. We're going to find out how to find our money. Get your money, girl. Good, get your money, girl. And then, what is your question? Nazreen, my queen. Nazreen, you're also accident prone. Can you please be careful? Don't run with scissors. Don't drive so fast. My question is, thank you so much, Olivia. It's very kind of you. What can I do to collect good karma or get rid of my old karma? You live in the moment. You don't even need astrology to tell you that. You burn karma by ceasing to believe that you have bad karma. That's it. Okay, so very simply put, you can be very phobic, which is a very perfect question for you. So if you have Saturn in the fourth or Saturn fourth from the moon and you have both, it makes the woman feel scared to be in her own body, scared of her. Even what's familiar to you can sometimes frighten you. So your neighborhood, people you know, being suspicious, being afraid, your own mind, you can be afraid of your own thoughts. So that's a very on brand question. So just meditate, relax, calm down. We're going to cover tomorrow, we're going to cover mantras and things like that. So that can help move some energy. Excuse me. Man, that Halls was banging. I'm so good. Grapefruit or something. Assorted citrus flavor. And get a physical hobby to burn out some frustration. I remember the first time I read for you. You have a very nice chart for success. So, I mean, it just takes a bit of time because it's in Upachaya houses. But I would. Have you considered moving at some point? Like, can you move for work? Is that possible? You're so funny. Okay, Andrea, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Um, yeah, I would meditate, of course, to make the moon happy. Yeah, I know All About Love was great. That was fun. Has everyone been doing their exercises? That's the question. I don't know if you guys are actually doing them. That's the question. The $1 million question. Hmm? 1990. Okay, you don't have a birth time, so we'll just go to mm, born in Romania, but where? Should I just put the capital? We'll just do that. Okay, Andrea. See, Andrea also has it. She has Moon Mercury conjunction 10 degrees apart. Moon is exalted, which is nice. She's born in a new moon, which is kind of magical. Very passionate combination there. Oh, this is like this. Okay, so this is so funny because side note, but I remember like a couple years ago, mantras and candle. I got so peaceful after that. I don't know. Want a man. Okay. So for All About Love that we did in February, like I give you like tomorrow for All About the Bag for money, I give you like things to actually do, like for Vastu remedy, mantra, whatever, right? So Nazreen said, I got so peaceful after that I don't want a man to ruin my peace. I'm like, yeah, see, it works really well. My dad can't remember my time. Okay. So I said, so interesting. So a couple of years ago, these girls came to the TikTok live and they're like, we have this idea for like the best chart. And it would have exalted moon, exalted Jupiter, and exalted Venus. And I was like, yeah, cool. And lo and behold, Andrea has that. She has Jupiter in Cancer, Venus in Pisces, and Moon in Taurus. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, so again, really good for writing because Moon and Mercury are together. So thinking, even like lawyering. Okay, so anything to do with the mind, very adept to that. Venus, Mars people are very, very passionate. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it from her moon sign because we don't have an ascendant. And so what we would say here is that she got rocked by a series of eclipses, the last of which will happen late October. So you have a 6 month stretch before your life starts to feel a little bit better to you. So that's a huge relief. And then some cardinal signs here were affected by the recent eclipse, mainly being Saturn. Just restructuring of life, really. Maybe new career. That would be nice if that happened. And I forgot what you wrote. You said romance or career or something like that? Love. So love is looking a little bit stronger than career. I would say that's about 3 years out. Max. Yeah, that's like the deadline. But you're very lucky because Jupiter is moving into Taurus on May 16th, and you have 3 planets there. So that's really nice for expanding your work opportunities, happy mindedness. You know, we're going to learn tomorrow in the class where Moon and Mercury factor in for money, but it can actually help you increase your earning potential and just make you feel better. One thing that can happen when Jupiter goes over the moon is weight gain. So you could just gain weight or get pregnant, whichever comes first, or both, or neither. Yeah. Okay, there you go. So good luck with the love. That's coming. That's good. Okay, Bailey, are you still with us? What do you think about Scorpio man, Taurus woman, Taurus and Scorpio? Does he have money? You know what sign is a great sign? The dollar sign. Okay. Yes, I believe in remedies. They work if you believe they work, of course. That's like saying, does prayer work? Well, if you mean it, it will work. If you don't, then it won't. Bailey, are you with us? Okay, going once, going twice. Ciao. Laid back spoo. Watch her not be here either. Oh my god. Sport day. Laid back spoo. Where you at? Where you at? Laid back spoo. Sporty guru. Pick me. My really good friend is born in Hyderabad. That's so cute. She's actually born in February as well. She's on the 17th. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna do lay back spoo. Let's see if I actually have you saved. Spoo. Nope, but I did read for you. I have read for you. I'm on a weight loss journey, so hopefully none of that. Amen. It's like a floral. Oh, oh no, not like a floral bah. Like well, they can there can be like herbs or whatever, but it depends. It could be a food, a stone, a color, but it's intention. So sometimes you're given actual tasks to like go and do them. Okay, Bailey. Well, okay, Bailey, what's your birth details and all that jazz? And what would you like to know? You're welcome. Hi. Hi. Okay, you're here, but I need your birth details. I'm eating Taco Bell, binging on all Patreon content right now. Shameful didn't join sooner. Thank you so much. Did you really? Are you for real? I didn't get notified. That's weird. Oh, it's because my do not disturb is on so that the live doesn't trip. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you, Megan. Enjoy, enjoy. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Okay, Bailey, I need your birth details or I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't wait much longer. I'll give you another 30 seconds to type them in. I have to move to the next person. Yeah, what'd you get from Taco Bell? What'd you get? Now you're making me crave Taco Bell. Was it the bean? Was it called bean, rice, and cheese or something burrito? They're vegetarian options. I mean, they're pretty trustworthy. Girl, yes, yes. In my reading, you gave me a remedy not to smoke tobacco, which I don't, but I do smoke MJ. I mean, I'm not of the opinion that MJ is of a low vibration. I think it helps people enter states that they sometimes need to, as long as you don't use it as like a crutch or you're not overly dependent on it. But like, like I'm like earth mama type, so I'm like it comes from the earth. So I don't, and I think like you can get like natural tobacco, like obviously like I live in Canada and there's like places where, like tobacco is a sacred plant to indigenous people in North America. So if you get it like pure, like it's actually an antidepressant, like it's actually good for your brain. And it's like not popular to say that, but that's facts. Crunchwrap Supreme with chicken and then a soft taco supreme. Jesus, that's a lot of food. Good for you, girl. Damn. I've never had either of those. Now I've got to go try. I recently did one of the remedies from the last reading I got. I'll see how that goes. Amen. Okay, Bailey, you're here. Good, good, good. 6:26 p.m. We've got a lot of 1986s, a lot of 1987s today. What's up? What's going on? That's the 29. That is California. Yeah, it helps with readings. Do you see what I mean? I don't because I'll just fall asleep. So, but I don't think I think people Like, I'm an occultist, so I have a guardedness around alcohol that I think a lot of people just go with the flow and they don't really question it, but it gives me the creeps. There's like tobacco. Tobacco doesn't scare me, doesn't weird me out. What's your question, Bailey? But yeah. Yeah, but the remedies you have to do, like whatever, if it's like taking care of an animal, like a dog or walking a dog for a friend, doing it once is okay, but you have to do it like every week. So remedies have to, if it's like meditation or something, it has to be like 40 days every day for 40 days, right? If it's a big ask, then like maybe yeah, do it once. Sometimes I tell you to like feed an elderly person. Well, maybe you can't show up to their house for 40 days straight, but you can always like extend the offer to be as helpful to them as you can. Mm. Oh, that's nice. Congratulations. Oh, you're newlyweds. That's so sweet. Congratulations. Yes, it does show up. And yes, you're also born on a new moon. That's so funny. Just see, that's so funny how everything works out in order. How magical. Okay, what's your question? You said, can you tell me a few key items that you see in my chart? I feel my seventh house shows up on my life. Just got married in November. Okay, that's nice. Sorry. Oh, so weed is good. I have been having some psychic vision and it isn't from the lettuce. The devil's lettuce. Don't smonk the pot, kids, and stay in school. I'm not sure what your question is. Just things that show up in general. Well, what shows up is a love marriage first and foremost. Not everybody has that, especially like culturally. A lot of people in the East they marry out of like community or timing, obligation for family reasons, for cultural reasons. So when you see a love marriage in someone's chart, that's kind of a big deal. I mean, in the West, it isn't because we're always like told to marry for love, and no one really knows what that is or what that's supposed to look like or what it means. But Bailey has a love marriage, which is very nice. She also has a placement for a partner who makes more money than her. Certainly, they're supposed to because the planet is in very good condition. The only thing with marriage is it could make you, what's the word? I don't know, crave unorthodoxy. So, really good thing to do is to travel. Okay, so travel with your spouse or learn new things with your spouse to help that a bit, because you could get a little bit of resistance if you do what everyone else is doing, or I don't know, like what do couples do when they get married? Like have an engagement shower and then engagement party, then an engagement dinner, then a wedding shower, then a wedding dinner, then the wedding. Then the post, it's like you just want to get married, just get married. You might be one of those people who's just like, I don't care about all that hoopla. I just want to live. Catnip, I feel it depends on the person. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so many happy returns. I would say also your chart ruler is just had that eclipse. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if you're gonna just got married in November. I don't know if you'll move. I don't know if you want to move. You might move, actually. You might move by the end of the year. Around late October, you can become increasingly restless and want to go somewhere. So I do see that. That's kind of really strong, a little bit unusually so. Okay. And if you're here, you're definitely not crazy. Amon. Can I get an Amon? Okay. Sporty. Laid back spoo. I found my crowd. Oh, thank you. Laid back spoo. And then we've got Prue. Yeah, amen. Prue or spoo, if either of you are here, speak now, forever hold your peace. Because I've been almost 2 hours and I've got to go rest my voice. And I have somewhere to be in 31 minutes. So I consider my spiritual duties done for the month. That is wonderful. Going once, going twice. I'm so glad the camera's working. I was having a meltdown, so that was a bit annoying. But this has been so much fun. thank you all for being here. I had a wonderful time. Wunderbar. And the best part is, unlike TikTok, you can come back and like rewatch them, right? So yeah, it was really fun. So I had a good time. So it was my first live ever on YouTube, which was good. But I like doing, Q and A's about everything. So those are the most fun. I did. Yeah. So what did someone ask me? It was so terrifying. Like the people who like roughhouse when they're in relationships and they like drop kick you. Like that, what are you doing? That's not cute. Like you think it's cute when you're 22. Wait till you like, have like osteoporosis and you're 58. It's not funny. Like trust me, it's not adorable. Okay. Um, he is 25 years older than me. Oh my. Wait a minute. You're born in. Oh, that's fine. Woo. Okay. So another thing, if you're a Leo ascendant or a Cancer ascendant, it's best if you marry later in life. So like after 31, 33, the longer you wait, the better. So between 35 and 36 is kind of like a sweet spot. And then it gets better the longer you wait. So you got married right on time, technically. Okay, that's the first thing. And you always run the chance of marrying someone older because when Saturn occupies the seventh house, it gives and you also have Saturn with Venus and in the fifth. So you have a triple flavor of this. This you have the crunch wrap supreme of older men because or older partner. Like if a man had Saturn Venus, he'd probably marry an older woman. If they aspected, things like that, etc. So what happens then is you just do better with older partners. And with the fifth house too, it's that you prefer partnerships where the person is established and they have like a direction, they know where they want to take that relationship. They're not just like, what you doing? Can I get your snap? You're like, no, you can't. You can pay this mortgage. Be useful, So thank you all for being here. So yeah, thank you, Valentina. I'm glad you found me too. So that's actually quite on brand, So that's very nice. And that would explain why he's more materially successful than you, because he's been around longer. Actually, our internet lord and savior, what's her name? Shira Seven. Her husband's 25 years older than her. She's like, I haven't paid a bill since 2001. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just like, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's so beautiful. Does your husband have brothers, friends? Hit it up. There's single ladies in the chat. There's ladies looking to remarry in the chat. Get those provider men on the live. Yeah, let's do it. So that's so fun. Thank you so much. So we'll talk about more stuff. We'll do more things. Thank you for joining Patreon. Thank you for tipping. Thank you for being here. And until next, I'll try to come. If not next weekend, I'll try to come the weekend after. Either way, I'll announce it on what's it called? I'll announce it on TikTok. I'll announce it on TikTok, and then you'll know it's happening. Okay. So if you click the little thing here, it'll let you know that to notify you. You can subscribe, and I'll be in touch. Aw, thank you, Luna. Thank you all very much. And until next time, I love you, friends. Bye for now.